like, but I mean, instead of doing heroin and everything, that's a win. Like, I had a friend move in with me one summer, and she had her daughter, and I was like, I can't be getting fucked up. And I let my friend know what I was going through, but I downplayed it quite a bit. And so I did do a detox, and I was sober for, I think she lived with me for 4 months, and I was sober, but I
Was
didn't.
she using?
No.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
no, she's straight as narrow.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know Heather.
Oh yeah, I love
Yeah,
Heather.
yeah.
Super phenomenal fucking artist. Holy
Yes.
shit.
Oh yes. And so I wanted to be, like, she's one of my best friends, and obviously with her daughter, I did not want to have any of that around, and so I lived up to it. But the day
Oh
she moved
nice.
out,
Oh no.
it took 8 hours before I called a dealer. And I was like, I'll just get some oxy. I won't go get heroin. This will be good. And I got the oxy. I'm like, this isn't doing shit. I'm just gonna do a little bit of heroin. And then I was back into it.
Wow.
So it fell apart like that.
So you had a 4-month stint of sobriety.
Yep. And then there'd be weeks where I could go, like, whether it was for unforeseen circumstances or I was actually trying, there were periods of time that I'd be clean for. And one time, it was at 4 months, I almost weaned down to not having to take Suboxone. But I didn't address my issues. You have to do the work to get out of it. You have to change it's hard. You can't just, like, people look at a junkie and they're like, well, why don't you just quit? And some people understand the addiction side of it a bit more, and it's hard, but it's not just that. Like, you have to alter so many things in your life, because you've conditioned your brain to just do this lifestyle. Like, how I was living life at the worst point of it, I was delivering pizzas for a pizza place where everybody there was pretty much a junkie, including the manager, on something or other. So you could get away with a lot. Like, I'd go out on pizza runs in downtown Denver, and I'm trying to get more drugs. And my dealer.
Delivery / pickup.
Exactly. I'm supposed to be delivering a pizza, but my drug dealer finally gets back to me, but he's like an hour away. Fuck these guys. They're not getting their pizza. I'd go pick it up, disappear for 4 hours.
Why didn't you just have him order a pizza?
Yeah, well, he was out of the range.
I don't give a fuck. I'll take that one.
I have definitely used the pizzas I've been delivering as leverage to get discounts and whatnot. Like, oh, you want a full pizza? Like, yeah. Like,
Wow.
just, I look at that.
That's hilarious.
And then on top of that, you have to, like, I was working with Jeff for the MMA promotion. I was doing all the video for them, and I worked in the bars. So I was doing these 3 jobs, and that means I have to maintain a bunch of lies too. And I get anxiety just thinking about, like, a day in the life of one day, managing that shit. And one of the things that one of my come to Jesus sort of talks was from my cousin, she's a physician, was a PA, and she helped me with that first time where I got 4 months clean. But then I fell back into it, and so when I came to her the second time, she was a bit more tough love.
Yeah.
Which I gotta say works better than the caring. And that's the thing that's really hard when you have somebody who's an addict or something like that, is, especially if they're family or friends, is the addict learns to manipulate emotions. I knew how to do that with my parents. I knew how to do that with friends. Thankfully, I never stole stuff from friends, but
I did.
yeah, it's part of, like,
family and friends.
Oh yeah. Well, my family, I definitely ran through the ringer. And my cousin told me and it stuck with me. Like, I was almost pissed about it at first, but then I'm, like, so happy she said it. She talked about, look how much energy you're putting into being a junkie. Could you imagine putting this energy into being, like, a productive person? And I'm like, stupid, whatever. And it drove me nuts because I'm going for pity as a junkie. You want pity from the people you're going after. And she gave me none. And she served me some